Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. This is a big one. So happy Friday. We, as you can see, it is time to paint the 1944 two-door sedan deluxe. It won't be tonight. You won't see it on this, but it'll be tomorrow morning. Me and Big Ron are going to get up probably at 5 or 6 and get out here and start. The first thing that'll go on is the dark gray sealer, and then 3 coats of base, and then 3 to 4 coats of clear. It'll take us pretty much all day. It'll probably take us somewhere from 5 or probably, let's call it 6. We start at 6. We should be spraying by 6:30. I think we'll be done spraying by somewhere around 12:30 to 1 o'clock, somewhere in there. We should be in that world, I think. So it's going to be really exciting. What you see in front of you right now, what we have done, which is a lot today, we made another audible on the paint booth. I had a window air conditioner in my shed that works, so I brought it this morning. And good golly, that has changed everything in here. It is, you can paint in here right now. Yeah, really. It's great. So it has really changed the game. Another thing that we did, another audible, we put a hook up here to hang the hose and my hat, apparently. We had this exhaust fan. You guys knew about that. But down here, we went ahead and cut a hole. We have our orange box fan, the big round orange fan. You kept seeing it in all our videos. It is in a plywood box. You can probably see it through the thing here that attaches across just like the exhaust fan that feeds out that side door. So when both of these are running and we have both air conditioners running with one of these open, I believe it's that one, open, we have a hell of a draft in here. Like, it's pulling, it's sucking it out. It's almost sucking the walls. The walls are tight. I mean, it sucks the door shut. We definitely have a draft, which is great. So we're definitely going to have air movement pulling through here, going out, all the things. That's what we want. So that's happened. Other things, we built these 2x12s. Ron did. These are going to slide up to the car so that he can get up higher to paint the roof. There's another one made over here for this side. So we got that done. Just overall, just making constant adjustments to make this better and better and better and better and work better for us. So I think we're in a really good spot. So you have that window air, and then this one, we have the stand-up one that we had before running right here. And yeah, it's comfortable in here. Which is great. So big deal. I know I'm harping on the paint booth, but if the paint booth isn't right, the car won't be right at the end, right? So you kind of got to get it all together and make it work for you. Now, what we've done today is we went, and today and yesterday, the past 2 days, we decided get the car in here, get it jacked up, get it where it needs to be, take our time, tape and paper everything, wipe it down, go over it one more time, check it. We did not find anything, but we did go over it again and just make sure this thing's right. You know, we've spent 11 years, we've had this fucking car. We can give it a day and just get it right. And that's what we've done. So wheel wells are taped up, windows are taped up really well. What I ended up doing here, you'll see this shiny tape here. That is actually, well, it's over here. This is the like air conditioning duct tape, right? I think it's Nassau or something branded or whatever. But anyway, it sticks pretty good, but it's very usable and pliable. So we cut strips, and it allowed us to get the corner in the turn, and it sticks to the silicone pretty good. So I think we're pretty good there. We did tape off the floor. I went ahead and pulled the rolled roofing insulation off the floor on this side. I had done it everywhere else in the car, but I finally got it off here. That truly sucked. We plasticed off over here, tape and papered all this, took the steering wheel off, got these little guys taped up. That was a bitch. Made sure this was all taped up correctly, got these retaped for the windshield wiper stocks. We got new paper here, so when he comes in the morning, he can get his pattern set. That's what this is. Back window, third brake lights taped up. Back of the car's taped up. He's going to be painting these hinges, so he'll be dealing with that as well. And then, you know, same thing over here. I've also went ahead and wiped the car down again. With medium urethane reducer, and it's clean. We mopped the floor in here and scrubbed the floor and blew it out. We wiped down anything and everything that's in here, from the air hose to the lights to the benches. Everything's been blown down and wiped down to try to eliminate as much dust as possible. We've also blew off the wheel covers and then taped up everything on the engine bay. I mean, there's a lot of work right here, hours of taping, you know. So, but I think we're in a good place. I think we're ready. Ron's happy. I'm happy. We're feeling confident in this whole thing. Actually, right now, Ron's right there. He's the rebuild kit for the Binks 2001, which is an older siphon gun. We wanted it as a backup. And just in the off chance that we're going to be painting this with the DeVilbiss that we have, and we think the black widow spray guns that we have are a little something's up. You get a good fan, right? A good pattern, like, you know, from here to here kind of thing, or whatever it is, and then. But when he sprayed the back of the hood and the back of the trunk lid, I noticed it looked like it was putting out more paint up top, not as much in the middle, maybe too much on the bottom. It was just weird how it went down. And we adjusted. It just didn't look right until we switched to the DeVilbiss, and it sprayed perfect. Everything was a good, even, solid, you know, even coat. So, yeah, beauty of having multiple spray guns. But the old Binks 2001 is actually a really good gun. It's like a $500 gun if you went and bought it. But we've got everything. We got a new pot, new siphon tube. He's rebuilding it right now with a full rebuild kit. And yeah, be a good little backup if something goes wrong. Or, you know, if we, you know, there are parts of this where we're going to have to get down on the ground and spray up, like down here. If we put a little paint into the Binks 2001, that siphon gun will spray that way better with way less mess. Because if we try to do this and spray up with the HVLP gun, the DeVilbiss, you know, we could have some drippage and some things coming out of the top of the cup, and they're just, the old siphon tube guns are better if you're going to be spraying upside down, basically, laying on the ground kind of thing. Doing a paint job like this where you're just coming across, the HVLPs are great. It's the odd angle kind of thing. So, anywho's, this is the last time, well, I say that. Tomorrow morning, I'll do a video before we paint. And that'll be the last time you see this gray, in this light gray. And the last time you'll see it not painted. So, stay tuned for that. Again, the plan for this is 1 coat of sealer, 3 coats of base, 3 to 4 coats of clear. Let it sit for a day, maybe 2, for the rest of the day, and then the next day, wet sand and buff it while it sits here. Reinstall the rear glass and seals, the trunk rubber, the dash, get all of that hooked back up. Get the battery back in it, polish out the engine bay and everything here, and get all this dialed in. Put the correct wheels and tires back on this, and then roll it out. So that this is literally the way it's going to be. And then we'll start on the doors and the trunk lid. So Stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And we will see you guys tomorrow for the painting of the body, the 1944 two-door sedan deluxe.